Hello guys, it's Tyler. I'm out here to show you the 753 wheel horse. I just got it done getting it running and whatnot because I replaced the K160 with a k181 so it don't smoke like a freight train anymore. I had some issues with this engine to get it running. I got it last year from a buddy of mine, and anyway, he couldn't get it to have spark, so he says it's probably the mag. So I said, okay, I'll trade you engines. I had a 10 horse or 12 horse Kohler that he wanted. So anyway, I swapped him out for this engine, and it's sat on the shelf since then till now. The K160 that was on here, the bore was wore out. Yeah, it's rebuildable if you bore it out, but for right now I ain't messing around with it because that wasn't even the original engine on here anyway. It was a that K160 was a Boland's engine. Okay, when I first got it all on here, pulled it, you know, to spin it over, the valves weren't sealing. So I pulled the head, cleaned up everything. The valves were just carboned up, so I got all the carbon off, the top of the piston, the valves, and put it back together. Still didn't run. Changed the mag, no spark still, and I said heck with this. I pulled apart the K160 because I stuck a bearing plate and magneto off of a newer engine on it, and I used that bearing plate on here with that different mag, and it runs now. I was having issues with the throttle because a wheel horse has that round disc on the governor with a finger sticking out on the K series to help you pivot the throttle better. All the engines I have don't have it anymore because well, the only ones that did have it were when they had a Kohler on it originally. But this Pacific tractor, when we got it, had no engine. So I was just stuck with a regular disc. And on the K160 it worked fine. But on this one, for some dumb reason, it did not want to work correctly. So I had a junk Magnum 8 sitting around. So last night I pulled the governor arm off of it, and all the throttle stuff. As you can see, there's the throttle lever sticking out, which that is hooked up, but you do not press on that to get it to speed up because I have the cable routed to that arm. But anyway, I got all that sorted out, and it's working great. When I was in the engine, I noticed the bore had a little bit of wear, but it does have a little smoke here and there, but it's holding 100 psi on compression, so I'm not worried about that. It sounds like a strong runner. It picks the front end up off the ground, and I wasn't trying to. This plow is going back on it soon. Okay, as you can see, I transferred over the fuel pump from the K160 because I used the Taro Fixes All trick. In fact, that's where this thing was this morning, was at the shop, because I was checking RPMs on it. It's running at 3,500 RPM wide open throttle, which is fine. Close enough for me. I don't care. So let me see if I can get this set down correctly where it's not going to fall over. You're on the Sears. Now I don't have the kill switch hooked up on this thing. Let me check the throttle. Oh, that's a little bit too high. That's good. And I don't have the choke cable hooked up yet. I do got the choke cable for this thing. I gotta adjust the idle because sometimes it dies. I just changed the oil earlier, that's why the axle's wet. But the points box has the kill switch. But there's still more work to be done to it. But for right now, I think it's good. There might be a little bit of tweaking I have to do here and there. And I got to get the choke cable ran. Even on the K160 I didn't have a choke cable. I got a Stins replacement cable for this tractor. I got it from Mr. Terrell. Yeah, that's all for this video, and hope you guys enjoyed it. This was actually quite fun. But alright, talk to you guys later.